Welcome back to my channel, Glitter Babes. Today I'll be creating a headboard. I'll first be attaching 9 foam boards together using duct tape. Next, I'll be using a gold marker and a ruler to create the design of my headboard. I want the top of my first triangle to be 16 inches, so that's what I'm doing now, using the ruler to mark those places. Those marks were not 16 inches, so I did change my mind and widen it up to 16 inches, and that's why you see an extra 2 marks. I then made the marks for the bottom of the board, and I wanted them to be 3 inches. And this line is going to connect to the top of the board. So I'm drawing the lines going up, and I'm connecting them to the top. And my measurements are depending on the foam boards. So the foam boards were 20 inches, so I split it in half, which would make it 10. So that's how I'm going to measure my triangles. And I've decided to make the bottom of this triangle 2.5 inches. So I'm recreating the same shape on the other side. And like I said, I'm going to split the next foam board in half, and I'm going to measure it all the way to the bottom of the board. By this point, you should probably get the idea. And there's no wrong or right way to do this as long as your triangles on each side are matching the other side. That's all that matters. So this last triangle is going to be slightly different. Instead of drawing a line going up, I'm going to draw it going down, and I'm going to do it for the other side also. Next, I'm going to be cutting off the extra foam board using this box cutter, and I'm just going to be going around the perimeter. And I will be saving the pieces that I am cutting off on the side, and I will be reusing them later on. Next, I'll be using this piece of wood to trace around the perimeter of the shape, and I will be cutting the insides out later. And disregard this part with the extra lines. I was just trying to see something earlier and I didn't end up liking it. So I'm not going to cut those lines later on when I am cutting out the middle. And like I said earlier, I did not cut those extra lines. And this is how it looked when I was done. Next, I'm going to take 9 more boards and I'm going to tape them together. Oftentimes, there are more than one way that I can do a project, and I will always tell you all if there's another way that you could do it that may be easier. And I will inform you all on that tip once we get there. Right now, I am tracing this board on top of the other one, and then I will be removing it. Now I will be taking my box cutter and cutting those extra pieces off like I did earlier. After that was done, I started cutting my triangle into pieces, and I'm going to be gluing these pieces later on top of the other board. I got this gold vinyl paper from Amazon a couple of months ago, and I'm going to be cutting them into strips, and then I'm going to be covering the triangle pieces with them. And this part is pretty much self-explanatory. I am just covering each side of the triangle with them, taking the film off, and cutting the areas that need to be cut in order for me to fold the gold vinyl over. Okay, so y'all remember I was just telling you like a couple minutes ago or 5 minutes ago about an easier way to do this. So I chose to cut out triangles and glue them on top of the original shape, but you can also take that same gold paper and just create the triangles with that instead of cutting all this extra foam board off. I just prefer a 3D look, which is why I did the extra cutting. But now I am attaching all the pieces to the main board using hot glue. And now that that part is done, I'm going to take my Mod Podge and glitter, and I'm going to go on the insides and cover it with the Mod Podge and then sprinkle the glitter on top. After that was done, I took a wet piece of paper towel and I wiped the extra glitter and Mod Podge off of the vinyl. Next, I took those two side pieces that I told you I was going to keep, and I am just going around the edges with the last bit of my gold vinyl. And I'm going to be covering the inside with glitter and Mod Podge. After I was done with this panel, I did the other one for the other side. And now I am just adding on these wall sconces that I made from another project. And if you are interested in seeing how I made them, you can go to my other channel that I'll link at the bottom. And I'll show you on there how I did it. And this is how the headboard looked once I added all the sconces on the wall. I apologize for this video not being as detailed as I would like it to be. I had a lot of camera issues and storage issues, and I honestly could not wait to be done with this project. I'm not gonna lie, but thank you all so much for watching and your support. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell, and I'll see you later, glitter babes.